What up, guys? This is DubZzii's back with another video. This is Trials Evolution on a challenge I created. The Micro Donkey Challenge, or the Micro Donkey Bike Challenge. See how far you can get in the solo campaign in as few as 11 restarts. So basically, that 10th restart is your last life. But this video is not about Trials Evolution. As you guys know, I am a Call of Duty player. I wanted to do a commentary basically on where I went through Call of Duty, how I got to it. When I first got my Xbox, it was back when Halo 2 had like 3, maybe 4 weeks left in it before Halo 3 came out. And I ended up getting Halo 3. I was a big Halo player. I was actually voted one of the best when I was in KSI in North America East, which you go through a big 1v1 type tournament where you start off the first week playing people in your own state or region, and then you go through basically one of that. I was one of the top 5 players in the Northeast. And basically right after that, one of my friends told me that I should pick up Halo 4, Call of Duty 4. And as soon as I picked up Call of Duty 4, I liked it, and I didn't want to get back on Halo. So I ended up leaving KSI because at that time, KSI had not sprouted into Call of Duty 4. And they didn't like the fact that I was playing just solely Call of Duty. I played for about 2 months of just Team Deathmatch, over and over. I think I was Prestige 3 by the time that I had met a couple new friends that had told me that Search and Destroy was where it was at, all the competition. If I thought I was any good at the game, that I should start playing Search and Destroy. It was more skill-based than Team Deathmatch. And at that time, that was when I met my first actual Call of Duty group of friends. It was, let's see if I can remember right. It was me, More Taste League. It was Ninja Boots Jr., OSD, Stu, Donkey Punch, his brother Dr. Fender. We also met a couple other cool guys along the way just to, I don't want to say just to fill up the party when some of us weren't on, because we were all really good. We ended up getting into game battles, and we started our first team just to see what it was like. I think we didn't have a good record, but once we got the basics of it, we understood how people played, where people went, what we needed to do, what maps. I'm not going to say we practiced, but we learned from our mistakes. And we ended up starting up a team one day. It was actually More Taste who started up a team. Named it the Coalition of Bagelists. Sounds like a stupid name, but we ended up going 28-0 before that year's school year had started, and people stopped getting on, and it was basically a summer fun team. And that basically started my competitive drive for Call of Duty. But I did hit a speed bump when World at War came out. Played that game for about 3 weeks, and I thought it was absolute garbage. I dropped that game for about 9 months. I'm not even sure what I played. I think that was when I started with all my arcade games, when Trials HD was the only one out. I was big into that. I completed all those levels without any faults, even the extreme ones. And then I would say with about 3 months left, I got back into World at War because I knew the new Call of Duty, which was Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare? Yeah. Or Modern Warfare 2. Something like that. I started up because I knew, not Infinity Ward, but you know what I mean. The new game was coming out. I like Call of Duty 4, so I wanted to get back into the swing of things. Got into that game, but the group of friends stayed the same, but we didn't do game battles. I got more into game battles, just without them, they weren't interested in game battles. Played around with a couple teams, couldn't really stick to a team, just because it seemed like when I hopped onto a team, the kids were good. They asked me to join the team, and then the next couple of games they were just horrific. That's when I started team bouncing from competitive teams. I would say within the first 3 years of Call of Duty, my first year on Call of Duty 4 was actually the best. I started hanging out with, I wouldn't say top members of teams, but I was hanging out with teams that had like subdivisions. Like there were a couple weeks where I played, or a couple months in Call of Duty right at the end, where I was playing with a couple of members of Envy. I wasn't great at the game. I mean, I was good enough to hang, but not good enough to join the team. And I understand that. I'm not the greatest player. But, you know, Modern Warfare came out, and then Black Ops came out. Black Ops, to me, I liked the game, but it wasn't a game battles game. I was still playing mainly Search and Destroy. I got highly addicted to Search and Destroy. Modern Warfare 3 came out. That's when I really wanted to get into game battles. I wanted to get on a good team. MLG events were still basically Halo. Call of Duty tournaments were out there, but they weren't mainstream yet. They were getting entry-level prizes. I think top teams were winning 10, 20,000, where Halo, they were winning upwards of 100. And, no, I just wanted to get on a good team, get into game battles, and at that point it was a distant dream that I wanted to make an event with a team, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. But I still wanted to try. I was trying my hardest to get better, play as much game battles as I could. My top GB rank at the peak of my GB career, I guess you would call it, I was just over 10k. I think I was at 10,700, something like that. Fast forward to Call of Duty Black Ops. All of my former teammates that I had in Call of Duty 4 for playing Search, you know, it's 4 years, 5 years in the future, so they weren't on. You know, they were all finishing college, getting their jobs. They weren't on as much. And basically this whole Call of Duty Black Ops, I've gone without really playing with a team. I've played with 1 or 2 people. I've played maybe a week. I joined this team called NS, but it wasn't really working out. They weren't. Some members were active, some weren't. Some were more adaptive to someone new joining, I guess. But it just wasn't what I had hoped for in a clan. And I would say about 3 months ago, I transitioned into playing just Search and Destroy. You know, wanted to do my best in League, trying to find people to play League with. Call of Duty's big now, it's real big. And I really wanted to find a team. I went so hard in game battles trying to find a team, going through tryouts. If you've watched a couple of my other videos, you know that I did a lot of tryouts where I did better than other people in the tryouts, but somehow didn't make the team. It was just really frustrating. I did it for about, I would say, a month to 2 months trying to find a team, doing multiple tryouts a day. And I just could not find a group of people that basically wanted me on the team. I know, right? Boo-hoo. So I took it on myself to become a sniper. I've always liked sniping, but trying my butt off in a game was always more fun than trying to snipe. Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, I hated quickscoping. It just seemed so easy that I actually hated snipers during those games. When the first Black Ops came out, I was just happy that, you know, they had said they had made it harder for quickscopers. There was more of a time to aim in and do their stuff. But like I said, I turned into a sniper in this game. Still learning the ropes. I can quickscope, all that crap. My videos, if they are Call of Duty, are entry level, but every video that I'm making, I'm trying to one-up the last video. I put out my solo PVM montage of my trick shotting. That I wasn't trying to put out to say, hey, look how good I am. It was actually a mixture of topics that I couldn't decide whether or not to use. I was trying to, the reason I named it Camo Game was because I was originally going to make it so that every shot that I hit, I would progress through the camos. But then certain videos were getting lost, and I just decided to put it out different shots at different times. I tried to save the best for last, which was a triple shock charge cancel, but there's a great portion of it that shows nothing in my hand because I had to do it so fast. And then I decided to put out a regular montage, which again, I will admit, it's not the best. It's probably the worst. And then I was like, you know what? Let's do a multi-cod datage, because I had hit, I would say, about 75% of those clips in about four hours, and I was rounding down on about an hour left, and I still needed to I wanted to fill about 30 seconds. So I threw some private match trick shots. I know it doesn't count. I know you're like, wow, this kid sucks. But I wanted to fill that. I didn't have to. I tried to do some different shots in different places than I had already done. But the past few weeks, I want to put out another montage before Call of Duty Ghosts comes out, because of all the talk of no more quickscoping and all that. Trying to hit some trick shots solo is absolutely impossible. And the teammates that I seem to get when I'm trying to get some feeds or some good shots, my teammates just seem to be absolutely garbage. And I'm about 12 clips in. Like I said, it's not going to be the greatest. And I'm not trying to outshine anyone or prove myself in any way. But I want to put out another montage before Ghost comes out, like I said. And I have about 12 clips for it. I would say about 3 of them are decent, but this is winding up. Like, subscribe, share, follow me on Twitter. this is it. See you later. Peace.